Today is Saturday, December the 17th. Dnipro has been living without electricity for the second day. There is no water, mobile communications and the internet in many areas of the city. And this greatly complicates the work of both shops and petrol stations and people's lives. But for many, this is not a reason to complain and give up. Right now, we are lightening the room with what we can.
Such power outages mean working in the mode of maximum saving of all resources for Ukrainians. But if you prepare well for extreme situations, you can easily go through them.
Such lights help us to stay with the illumination during power outages. They run on batteries. Their only drawback is that the batteries last only a few hours.
However, a dozen batteries will improve the situation. If you charge them in advance, then you will have the light for several evenings. And lights create a holiday mood on the eve of the new year. A more powerful battery with a voltage converter even allows one to use electrical appliances.
If this equipment is used sparingly, then the phones of the whole family can be charged several times without leaving home. But its power is not enough for a long-term operation of the laptop.
Therefore, those whose work depends on a laptop and the internet have to look for places where there are proper conditions.
Today is Monday, December the 19th. Lights have already been returned to some houses, but we are still without electricity. There are several points of invincibility equipped in this area. People can charge their phones and other equipment there, but only one of them has access to the internet. It has been our workspace for several days now.
Everyone who is forced to be without electricity comes here to charge their gadgets and inform loved ones about themselves by social networks in the absence of communication. Fans, in order not to miss the World Cup final, were able to watch the game during power outages here, in the point of invincibility. Here is constant access to Wi-Fi. Some come here, we are waiting for you. And this is Dimir, a small village near Kyiv. The back room of the store became a temporary workplace. The outlet runs on generators, therefore they do not refuse those who need recharging their phones. If someone thinks that Ukrainians can be broken by plunging them into darkness, then they are deeply mistaken. We will always find a way out of any situation. People show how Ukrainians resist Putin's energy terror in social networks. You can see a schoolboy doing his homework on the floor in the store here. There are doctors performing a surgery under the light of torches. Here the audience illuminates the stage for the artist of the National Philharmonic. This is how the online defense of diplomas of future master's degree graduates is going. And here is how the teacher conducts a lesson in de-energized Kyiv.
Here is your homework assignment. It's not from a textbook, because there is no such topic in the textbook, but there is one in the program.
Svetlana from Kyiv has invited neighbors in one of the Kyiv groups on the social network who have electric stoves at home to come to her to cook food. The post was commented by almost 2,000 people in just a few hours. Those who want to help also began to leave their contacts in the comments.
If there's a complete blackout, for example, if there's no water, no gas, nothing, then I urge people, go out in the streets. Come out and call from the windows, take barbecues, folding chairs, tables, take the children. It can be set out in such a good, happy atmosphere, instead of staying at home in total darkness.
Ukrainians are becoming more resilient and inventive with each new massive Russian missile attack, and more people are ready to help those who need it. Reported by Pavel Shtermach, Natalia Gusak, Volodymyr Shtengelov, Valery Bakus, UATV News.